Hello, y'all. Welcome back. All right, you guys, it's budget time. I'm glad you're here. Glad you decided to come and hang out with Shakima. All righty. Whew. Then, okay, y'all, it's budget time. Let's see what we got going on. All right. Okay. We're out here in these streets doing the things. Okay. Um, we did get a couple things, right? So we did have two unexpected expenses that I forgot about that we had to go in and make adjustments for. The next thing is I we did not get child support on Wednesday. We got child support on Thursday. Hey, Miss Sue. I wasn't sure that it was coming because it typically comes on Wednesday, but it didn't come until Thursday afternoon, which is fine. Hey, Nikia, good to see you. And so there were a couple things that did not get done. There was also another thing that one of my subscriptions did not renew, which is totally fine. The gentleman was like, "Oh, we can renew it today." Oh, no, we won't. It's perfectly fine. Thank you so much. Glad you're here for the budget video, Kara. No, we're not going to do any of that. We're going to be okay. I have other TV things to watch. We're going to be fine. So I have decreased my budget by a little bit, or one of my sinking funds anyway. Hey, Destiny, good to see everybody. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We are on the uptick, y'all. Now, remember when I was telling you guys that, hey, Matt, hey, Will, good to see you. Remember when I was telling you guys that I made like $58 or something on one of my other social platforms last month, and all we needed to do in order to absorb that was to increase this platform by the $58, and so I was able to put all of my resources into this platform. Well, we didn't make the $58 yet, but we are still we're only into half of November, so we still have time to make that $58. And it looks like the way that the analytics are trending as far as income or revenue, it looks like we're trending in that direction. So I haven't focused as much. I did get a thing yesterday from that other social platform that said you posted 48% less and received 23% less views. It is the way it is. Hey, Miss Ollie, I'm trying to focus on one thing, and filming, editing, uploading, voicing over, and all those things. When you're the person who does it, it is hey ma'am, it does tax your time, and you have to then focus. I was thinking about some of my other fave YouTubers. They have multiple editors, or they have hired it out. We don't make enough of that, so of course everything we do is going to be on us. But if we continue to do what we're doing here, I think we'll absorb that cost over here, and we can tick up, which is the goal. We typically do extremely well in November, December, and January, because those are the colder months. People are inside. You have your holidays, and that is just how it goes. So with the budget, I'm just going to update you guys. I did forget about two things, dropped one sinking fund, and yeah, all is still going to be well. So let me share the budget sheet with you guys, and we're just going to run through real quick kind of where we are, and we will see kind of where we are. All right, so here is our budget sheet, right? This is November 2025. My monthly payroll deposit was $3,522.08. Yesterday I got a kid's deposit for $216.46. That was on top of the first deposit. That was $584.82. That put us right at $801.28. Sliding down, I did get a travel reimbursement from my October trip of $108. Now, I did have an issue with my gas. So typically I do my sheet, and then I send it to my AA and it gets approved. Well, Shakima, who was in a hurry to try to get it done, sent it to the wrong AA. I sent it to my school where I have my office, which is not my, that's not my budget. That's not my budgetary person. No, neither do they have the budget to pay for mine. So the lady called me and she said, "Hey, Miss Wilson, do we normally pay for your travel?" And I said, "No, ma'am." And she says, "Well, we got your form." And I said, "Well, how did you get my form?" Because I was waiting to hear back from my person. Well, I inadvertently put the wrong location. I am on location at that school, but I belong to a different group. And so she was like, "Well, don't worry about it. It's already approved. We're going to pay for it." And I said, "Well, no, ma'am, let me," because I knew that would just mess stuff up. I said, "Let me call my AA and see what she wants me to do to how to fix it." So I called her and she was like, "Oh, Shakima, that's a simple fix. I'll talk to finance." So I didn't get my gas reimbursement, which was like $110 this time. More than likely it's going to come at the end of the month. I did do my meeting that I had to do, or my teaching to get my $200 stipend. I have not heard anything about that either. So I am still planning and hoping that comes in by the end of the month as well. I keep checking my portal to see if it comes in. I have not heard anything about it. So at this point, it is what it is. I just can't even. We did receive a Friendsgiving blessing of $40. And then someone blessed me to pay for the book that I bought. And we got a grocery blessing. So let me see, $50 grocery blessing. That's what that was. Let me put that in here so I'll know. So it's $50 for the grocery blessing, $40 for Friendsgiving, and then $20 for the book blessing. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing for a second, and then I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Let me talk about that. So we did Friendsgiving, and you're going to see those videos. I think I uploaded it yesterday. It's probably a couple days out before Friendsgiving video will come out, but it will be out. I did post a reel on my other social platforms because of the music. As soon as I posted it yesterday, I got a copyright, and so I had to take that music out. So when you see that, you're going to see the Friendsgiving portion, but you're not going to hear that video. It's in the reels form because the music. So I just removed the song. It was fine. So here's what happened. Excuse me. And I think when you do stuff like this, or at least when I do stuff like this, I have to think about people, right? So I've more than likely invited 50 people. Out of that 50 people, I got about 25 responses. Out of the 25 responses, I planned for about 15 people, but I had 25 people on my RSVP list. The day before Friendsgiving, I had one person call and say, "Shakima, I'm having car trouble." They were coming from 5 hours away. "I'm having car trouble. I cannot make it. I'm just letting you, I wanted to let you know because I know that I said I was going to be there." Fine, no problem. Thank you so much. The next day was Friendsgiving, and 11 people out of the 25 people that RSVP'd did not show up. So here's what people have to understand, myself included, especially when I'm providing all of the food. This is why people start charging folks for their wedding. When you RSVP'd and you didn't show up, that's why you get a bill, because I've already pre-purchased the food. I've already pre-purchased everything. And I didn't just purchase with my $100. I actually ended up spending more because I wanted to make sure that there was enough. Am I angry? Of course not. It's people, right? But those are funds and finances that could have been spent in other places had I not been thinking these many people were going to show up. And people started showing up, but then there were people that didn't show up, and they didn't call, they didn't text, they didn't write, they didn't send a pigeon, they didn't do anything. And so anyway, I knew of some of the people that were coming, they were not in a place financially to do the favorite things. So favorite things is each person brings 3 of the same thing. It's my favorite thing. And we pull numbers, and each round you get to go and pick up one thing. So you get to take home 3 different items from that. And I knew that there would be some people who did not have any funds. So I had originally purchased my favorite things. Well, then another lady saw the last video and she's like, "Hey, Shakima, I just wanted to sew something into favorite things." So I bought 3 more favorite things to put in for a couple people that I knew did not have the finances to afford it. So we had all of that except one gift, because one lady only brought 2 things instead of 3. It was fine. We took the hit. It was okay. As the rounds were going, I gave away 4 of my rounds. I was supposed to get 6 things because I bought 6 things, but I gave away 4 things and I took 2. Did I take 2? I took 1. I gave away 5 things. I took 1. So sister got 2 gifts because she didn't buy. Jackson got something. One of sister's friends came. She got something. And then another one of my former students that I had years ago brought her 2 boys, and she got something. So I made sure that the 6 things I brought, I could have those people exchange and pick up something. So sister got something, Javon got something, Mary got something, Jackson got something, and I think sister got a double gift. And then one of my other friends who didn't really want any gifts anyway, she gave Alana's friend one of her gifts. So I think I gave 2 of mine to my former student. And I just knew they didn't have the money to do it. And then, of course, the younger kids didn't even think about it. It wasn't on their mind. So that helped us to get a couple of gifts. Then I bought a book, and someone said, "I feel like the Lord wants me to bless you in return and pay for the book." And that's what that $20 came from. So I used that money that was allotted for the Friendsgiving, and then the money that was allotted for the book, right, to repay. But when you're doing events like that, I provide all the food, all the drinks, all the entertainment. If you want to do favorite things, that's on you. And we lost 11 people that did not call. Well, one other person did call. One person did text. But you could send a text, you could call, you could send a pigeon. So 2 people out of the 11 did call me. 2 people did text, and I talked to one person on the phone. Just let me know something. I get it, but I spent money that I could have, right? But that's what hostessing does. You take on whatever the responsibility, and that's just how it is. So we did that. So back to the sheet. That I just wanted to share that, because sometimes we have these grand ideas of things we want to do, and it doesn't work out the way you thought it should. So that gave me a grand total of $4,541.36. Out of that money, $1,150 was my mortgage, $145.19 was my utilities, $88.23 was my water, $108 was my cell phone plus the cube, $55 was my internet. Now the cube, I will not have a charge for that next month, and I think I have a $45 credit, so I may not even have a cell phone bill. I just have to see what that does, and maybe I'll just split that amongst all of us and just take a little hit on that so the kids can get a little bit of a reprieve on their cell phone, or put it towards Jackson because he's only working like 1 or 2 days a week, and it's really just a lot right now. $105.55 was for a household miscellaneous bill that I needed to pay. Moving down, $75 came out of my Roth IRA. We're back to funding that. Praise the Lord. Shamika put it on auto draft for me. Healthways, my gym, $29. Jackson's gym has come out at $30. Jackson High School Sinking Fund, $50. Now, he's running track, and his track shoes had holes. So he was like, "Mom, do I have any money in that account?" I said, "Yes, you have money." So I took him to buy him tennis shoes, and he needed 2 pairs of running pants for track. So he got that, and those running shoes were like $80, $90, somewhere in there. But luckily they had a buy one, get one 50%. And I was able to get a pair of booties for like $20. So it all worked out. He got 2 pairs of pants and the tennis shoes, and I got a pair of booties, and then it worked out. Netflix has come out at, oh Lord, I don't even know why that says $38.40. I need to fix that. It's only $19.20. I made a mistake somewhere. Look at God. He'll show you a mistake. I made a mistake. Let me figure out where I made it. Because that Netflix is only $19. It's not $38. So I must have made it somewhere. Let me see. There it is. Okay. Sorry. I put it on the wrong week. Come down, 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 down. Okay. Take that out. Very good. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I needed to fix that. Okay. Back. Okay. Here we go. So monthly groceries I took out at $100, $50 for preps. Then I did $100, $155.50 for the Friendsgiving, right? 100 was for Friendsgiving. Somebody gifted us $50 that we put towards Friendsgiving. And then I just spent over $5 and some 50 cents extra. Went down. I got my nails done, my nails and my feet. Hey, ma'ams, for $100. I just took cash out. My supplements I did buy this month for $50. Okay, vacation. Let me just travel, not vacation, travel. So this past week we had a holiday, Veterans Day, and the day before that was Monday. We were out Tuesday. So I needed to take a quick trip. It was not even 24 hours that I needed to be gone, but I needed to be gone overnight. With we all do. We all need to kind of lock in. With the daylight savings time, it gets dark so early. I mean, it's getting dark like at 5 o'clock. And I needed to drive 2 hours in one direction. And so I was like, let me see if I have some points on my credit card. And if I have points on my credit card, then I could probably get a room and stay and not have to travel back later at night. Because I was going to a place I hadn't been in a long, long time. And I was kind of familiar. Once I started driving and got there, I was like, oh, I stayed here before when I used to travel for work. And but I made all the arrangements. I had enough points to pay for one night of the room, except $15. And so that's where that $15 came from. That room was $109 originally, but because I have been using my credit card and then paying my credit card off, it billed me some points. And so I was fortunate enough, like I said, I only needed to go for just a brief amount of time, but I didn't want to have to turn right back around and travel back at late at night. We have deer and all kinds of stuff out here in the country where we live, and it's kind of sometimes a little bit dangerous. And I was thankful I needed to go there, do what I needed to do, but I had not planned any travel. I've spent my points, but what I noticed is I now have 4,000 more points because I use my credit card to pay for stuff. And then I just pay off the credit card. As soon as it posts, I pay. Post, pay. Post, pay. So you're not spending what you don't have. You're spending the money you do have set aside for the bill, but you're using the credit card to gain the points. So I have a Delta Sky Miles credit card for miles, and I have a Hilton Honors for room. Of course, I travel with ministry, and so that's what made the most sense. And I just pay the purchase, pay it off. I am seriously considering the next couple months of paying my mortgage with my credit card. Right now, it comes out of my bank, which is fine. But I'm seriously considering paying my mortgage with my credit card so I can build the points, because my mortgage is $1,100, right? So if I pay that, use that for that one big purchase, then I can get more points. It gives me like double the points, 20,000 point, 20,000. It gives me a lot of points. It gives me a ton of points if I spend like $20,000 in purchases in a 12-month period. And just my mortgage alone would give me 10,000, probably $12,000 just for my mortgage, just the mortgage itself. And that would help me build the points because I already have the mortgage money and I would just have to pay the mortgage. Makes sense what I'm saying? I hope it does. Okay. I'm thinking about it. Y'all know I be slow with my thinking, so just work with me. This is one thing that I did forget and nobody reminded me, but that's okay. It came to my mind. In November and December for Jackson, I give him Christmas money. That money that I usually put in his savings account, I usually pull that money out for cash so he can have money for Christmas. He is concerned because of course he's not making a lot of hours right now. We probably made the worst decision of our lives switching jobs, but that place he is stays open later than the place he was, and it was going to be six in one hand, half a dozen in the other, really. But I usually, so I had been putting the money in the savings account instead of pulling it out for cash, but now I just need to go to the bank and pull out the money for cash. So $75 so far for Jackson for his Christmas money. He'll get one more $25. That'll be $100. He'll get $100 next month. That'll be $200 to put towards whatever gifts he wants to buy outside of his money. For the dogs, they got their Simparica Trio, and they got a bag of food this month. I actually ended up getting the wrong bag of food. I got it for the small size dog, but Gracie's fine. If we need to supplement her, we can. Typically, we get it for Gracie's size dog, and Gwen just eats that food. But we had already opened it by the time I noticed it, and I was like, we're not arguing over it. We're just going to be okay. Personal credit card payments, $58 is what I budgeted. I was over by $60. $60. Yes. And 81 cents. But it's already paid. It's paid. I had just budgeted that. I went over. It's already paid. Gas, I did take out cash for that, $200. I have not sank any of those funds, and I am waiting until the very end to be able to take the $170 out of whatever YouTube money I get this time for my car insurance. So that is the main thing that I'm focusing on, is the car insurance, and I'm waiting, and I will take that money out, and that's probably next week that money will be deposited because it's like the 21st, 22nd, somewhere in there. And I'll see what it is. I'll pay my taxes, put money in the taxes. I will then tithe. And then whatever is left, I will go ahead and put for car insurance and whatever my small little my Restream, my Canva, and my website, those things that I pay for as a business expense, I'll make sure there's enough money in that business account to roll. Right now, I think there's $123 in, which is enough to pay for Canva, the website, and the Restream. So I'll just roll a little bit into there so that we're continuing to roll over. My tithe, $827, offering $364, Christmas money, $350. And as of right now, I have not put any money in savings. Now, let me go back to this. Something is so not right here. Hang on, let me see. Okay. There's something wrong. Okay. This cool. Okay. Where that says tithe, that is not an accurate number. I think I put something wrong in that spot. It's not supposed to be there. The two expenses that I did not remember was we did Operation Christmas Child with our church, $25 a box. People bought a lot of boxes. We did not buy a lot of boxes. We did 4 boxes, so $100. That's what we did. When I think about those types of feel-good things, I have to think about what I like doing for people. When we were packing our boxes and I looked to see the items that they had, I wasn't happy with those items. If I were going to pack a box for a kid, I wouldn't have packed those things. I don't do foreign missions, or I don't do international missions. I don't know what kids outside of here would like. I just know that if it was a kid here, they would laugh at us. And so in order to be a part of the group, I did 4 boxes, but I'm going to find a family that needs a turkey. I'm going to find somebody that needs some groceries. Those are the things I like to do. This was a way to be a part of the church. And so we did 4 boxes. Like I said, one lady, she did 24 boxes, 24 boxes at $25 each. We did 4 boxes. I don't even want to calculate up that money, because that was $600 just for that one person's boxes. I did not have that money to spend, and so I didn't. And then we always do a leader's offering once a year around the holiday time. And so we did $100 for that. So that $200 of that 827, that's what that is for. It's just in the wrong spot. I'll fix it. Other than that, that's kind of where we are, taking us in a grand total of $4,427.48, leaving us with $113.88. Now, I have a personal expense of $60 that has not come out yet. It's pending. And so once that comes out, I've got to account for that money, right? So I'm going to account. Oh, did I account for it at the top? I don't think I accounted for it. I don't think I accounted for it, but I could have. I don't think I accounted for it. That $60 has to come out somewhere. So that $113.88 is not really $113.88. You could probably pull $60 out of that, which is going to leave about $53, which is fine. I don't mind being low as long as all the bills are paid, if that makes sense. I just need to make sure all the bills are taken care of. All the bills are good, I'm good. And so that's pretty much where we are. When I go down to my notes, all the things, I paid $28 more to my mortgage. I canceled the Verizon Cube. My Roth is on a draft, $25 a week. And a pantry challenge is what I did for groceries, $100 Friendsgiving, $40 Thanksgiving dinner. Now, I haven't done the dinner. What y'all saw yesterday's video was not the $40. That was just that was my regular grocery money plus a little bit of money I had. I just showed y'all in the $35 what it could get you. I still have my $40 that I'm going to try to shop at a different place. I know Aldi has their $40 for the turkey. And so again, I would take that $40, buy that meal, and then try to find a family that could use it. I don't need that food because my kids are going to be gone for Thanksgiving. They always go with their dad. It's what it is. I am going to cook what I bought for my kids for their Thanksgiving because they want to eat at home first. They're like, Mom, they don't eat till really late. So I'm going to be up early morning cooking for them so that they could have a good meal. And when I do that other transaction, I'm just going to find a family that would need it. I did not get my hair colored. I did get my nails done. I got my nails done, so that's already done, but I didn't get my hair colored. Right now, I get stopped so much when people are like, I love your hair. I don't love the two-tone. I love it one color. One color is what I like. And I'm trying to grow it out right now. I'm trying to see if it's long enough for the girl to catch it in some braids, to have enough money to do braids and maybe do the next 2 months, but do them way shorter than I did last time. It was too long. It was too much. It was too much. But I just need them like in a bob kind, so I can put it up if I want to. I don't need it all the way down to here. That's just way more than what I need. That is an expense. So I'm having to kind of navigate it right now. But if it's long enough for her to catch, and that could buy me, it could buy me a couple of months of not having to do my color, that might be worth the trade-off. Right now, this is what I got. I wear it curly, I wear it natural, and it works out perfectly fine. I got the dogs their treatment. I put $50 in my savings envelope. I have not done my car insurance. And we did do 2 of the kids for Christmas. I still have 3 more kids to go. And so there it is. This is the budget the way it is at current. And we still have those sinking funds. Yes. let me stop sharing. So I had somebody reach out to me today via Facebook that said they wanted to donate to some families. For that amount that they were talking about, yes, I'm going to do the gift card. But for the $40 that I have here, I'm going to try to do that deal to film it. And so I'll just find a family that wants what I have, if that makes any sense. Typically, yes, a gift card is best so that those people can get what they want and not what I want them to have, because something I choose may not be something they would choose. But since I'm filming for content and I'm trying to get content on the channel, I need to film that one video. But somebody did reach out to me and I gave them the ways that they could donate. I haven't seen it come through yet. I will do gift card for that for sure. Because get what you like, do what you want to do, right? I'm a good shopper, but I might buy something you don't appreciate. With that being said, of course, I'm just trying to get content with that last purchase. I didn't do any Dollar General shopping. I don't plan to do any Dollar General shopping this week because we're just on the shorts right now. But that's just how it is. And then remember, Christmas is coming up. So we've got some surprises for Christmas. Some things will be very different around this house for Christmas. Very different. So be looking for those videos. We start Vlogmas the day after Thanksgiving. So we will start, instead of doing the 12 days of Vlogmas, I'm just going to start Vlogmas on the day after Thanksgiving, which is Thanksgiving post. And we will be doing all of the things. I'm going to pre-film so that videos are ready to come out, but we're going to be going all the way through and just vlogging every day. I got some analytics yesterday that said my analytics are down overall for the year, but vlogging every day is helping us improve. I used to have 1,000, 2,000 views, and we're trending back up, but it's a slow trend, which is fine. I'm good with a slow burn. It's all going to work out. What I'm hoping is not only that I can save the amount of money I want to save next year, but I am hoping that I can purchase a car. Now, I don't want to purchase a car, but with Jackson getting ready for college, we have to figure out if his school will allow him to have a vehicle. If it will, he's going to need a vehicle. My vehicle that I have now is in good condition. It's in good shape. We keep it up. We do the maintenance. So I would gift Jackson that car for him to be able to get around. I would like to have a newer car to me since I drive a lot. I drive between schools. I drive for ministry. I drive for different things, travel ministry and all that. So I would like a newer car, not a brand new, but a newer car. And so I need to be able to make enough to save and pay a car payment, or be able to have enough to chunk that thing right away. I'm also saving for a wedding. Do you have a man? No. Are you hopeful to get married? Yes. I'm going to start putting my faith in action and saving up for a small, intimate, private ceremony. That's what I always dreamed of. I don't want to have 50,000 people here. And again, I don't have a man yet, but I'm going to go in faith, right? Be it as the Lord says. So I'm going to do this in faith, and prayerfully, all the things will work out the way they're supposed to work out. And if not, guess what? I'll just keep saving it. I do want to have a pretty dress, and I want to be able to have a nice venue for people to my kids, his kids, if he has kids, and whatever else those dynamics might look like. At this point, that's where I am with savings. I still want to save that 20,000. 3 to 6 months savings is mandatory. It's necessary. There are no more days that you can go without having that money saved. That money has to be saved. And so with that being said, I want to be able to have it, right? I had something happen at work today that really just rocked my it just rocks your world, because you can be employed today and not employed tomorrow. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I think that there are some just some things that you don't see coming, like stuff just blindsides you, and you like, how do we get to this place? But you see it. And so I know for sure, if I didn't have a job tomorrow, my kids and I would not have enough. We would not have saved up for that. And so that's not going to be our testimony. I'm going to have to save money. I'm going to have to do the things I got to do. And those of you that pray for sure, if you would just pray a prayer of protection over our family. I believe that there's some warfare going on. Like I said, a situation happened that just, it wasn't anything bad. It was not anything bad, but people can see it that way, and before you know it, you wrapped up in some foolishness. Because I'm like, what is this? What exactly? And you're at a place where you don't know who you can trust. You don't know. Somebody was saying something to me crazy, like trying to get in my business, and I'm like, no, I peeped your game. Yeah, I peeped your game. You are not for me. You know how you know people are not for you, right? And I'm like, no, you're not for me, but I'm good. All is well. They like, are you okay? Is there something I need? Can I do something? No, I'm fine. Life is good. It's a good day to have a good day. But I know you're not for me. And so it doesn't matter if life was terrible. I'm not going to tell you about it, because no, player, you're not going to get me. I see you. You have been peeped. But it just took me through a loop. It was a step I wasn't planning to make, and it just happened, and I'm like, that's peculiar. And I kept saying, how did we get here? Right? What we missed some steps, right? It's like you took 14 giant steps and you missed everything in between. Like, how did we get here? And I don't understand, because if it was anybody else, for all of us, there's a proper procedure of things that have to be done according to you, right? This is what has to be done. But I don't see any of this being done. I see you going from here to here over nothing, when I tell you it's nothing. But anyway, I'm not going to go into detail about it, because it's just going to make me mad. And I don't want to get mad at people. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get mad at people. So anywho, there's the budget, y'all. We still have half the month to go. And I haven't put anything in savings. Again, I forgot about those couple category things. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to save until the new year. That's just how it is. Once I get on a good plan for that new year, we're going to be moving forward. I did look in my cash account, and that cash account, it looks good so far. It would have been looking much better if I didn't take out that one little bit at the beginning. So it does look good for right now. Prayerfully, it keeps growing, and then I will be able to take those two chunks of money and then chunk the things I need to chunk in my summer months. And so I'm just going to keep moving in that direction. I'm in faith for the Lord for a lot of things. First of all, I'm in faith that the Lord's going to allow me to meet my spouse this year. I mean, I got 6 weeks to go. Oh, praise God. I'm in faith for that. I believe God can do it. If anybody can do it, it's God. It's been a long time. It's been 16 years, y'all. And I am just at a point where, okay, God, it's gotta do what it does. I'm in belief that I can save up funds. So I'm not worried about where this is coming from or that's coming from. This has been a difficult challenge. This has been a challenging year for me in my finances, because I wasn't always worried about this or that. And now I have concern that if one false thing, right, or this thing doesn't happen, or whatever the case, so that is a concern. Will I always be in education? Probably not. I still have a lot of years to go before I can even draw from my retirement, although I will retire with 30 years, prayerfully. And so It's you always thinking about what's that next step? What's the next step? What's the next thing that has to be done? So anywho, we just walk along, we travel the road with the Lord, we believe God, and we see what the outcome is. I've been praying that no weapon form prospers. I know that the weapons do form, and I've seen them in firsthand, that they are here. And but my prayer is that they dissipate, and also that when I am tempted to believe that they are more than we, that the Lord would illuminate my eyes, that I would be able to see that no, there are more of us than them. And so that's my faith. That's the faith I've always had. It's what I believe in. It's how I move with the Lord. And I don't manipulate God, because that's crazy. But I do pray faith prayers over my life and my family. I believe God is going to look at my finances and help us get where we need to get. And we are going to get there. So anywho, y'all, there it is. I hope your budgets are going well. Do them, whether you hit all the markers or not, whether I hit all the markers or not. I'm still committed to doing this budget. I'm committed to not a dime coming through these hands that we don't allocate. First of all, give the Lord his due, and then allocate those things. Somebody had gifted us the Friendsgiving and the book, and I had forgotten to tithe off those. I had to go back real quick and get my life together. If I have to take it out of my money, I'm still going to make sure God gets his little bit. And again, people were blessed by being able to take something home. You never want anybody to show up at your place unplanned or unexpectedly not having something and leave empty-handed. At least we don't want that. I want people to leave full, or more full than when they came. That's my prayer, my heart for God's people. So anywho, y'all, like the video, share, subscribe, leave us comments. If I forgot something or something that makes sense, let me know. I'll try to explain. Like I said, for Christmas, we've got some things that are just going to be very different for us. And so it's going to be Vlogmas 25. Woo! Very different than normal. But anywho, there it is. We love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like the video, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye now. Bye, everybody. See y'all later.